going on. Let me get you through this way. So 1318 Parade is the brick building. That will be our management office on the first floor and a 3-bedroom apartment on the second floor. And this is kind of this building is probably the furthest behind of all of them, but it was mostly interior work. So, but you'll see some progress has been started in here for sure. So this is the first floor and just kind of a staging area right now. They are rebuilding much of this is a 100-year-old building, so they're rebuilding a lot of the floor and the entrance here. Look by this hole.
Was there a fair amount of damage, rot, whatever, or?
No, this building was in surprisingly good shape. I think this is really the only section that they need to address, this front part. So it's not bad. The basement, one of the things we decided in the basement, and I can kind of lean over and show you the basement. They've got a lot of the mechanicals, with cement cut up to put the mechanicals in the basement. And one of the things we decided to do as a contingency is pull up the entire basement floor because it was pretty uneven. Some spots were only 1 inch thick and, that kind of thing. So we decided let's pull the whole thing up, and we're going to install a drain system with a sump pump around the base as well. So that'll be that'll actually enhance the space, and we'll be able to use it for maintenance purposes at that point.
Okay, nice.
So that'll be really nice. So going upstairs, they've got the whole upstairs framed out for the 3-bedroom unit. So I can get a sense. All the framing is done. One thing before your call, we had a call with our green building specialist, and we were showing him the detail on one of the window openings.
Okay.
That we're doing. So he was happy with what we have planned there. So that was a good call. And all of the exterior walls in this building will be receiving closed cell foam insulation.
Okay.
To try and achieve the R value that we needed. And that'll happen actually on every level, even the basement level. So this stairwell will actually go away, and they'll reconfigure it in the opposite direction, and this will allow a resident to enter from the side of the building, separate from the entrance for the front of the building, which will be for the management office. So that'll be nice.
Oh, I see.
A bit of a separation.
That's the front of the building you're walking down towards right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
This will all be glazing. It'll be a really nice sort of a storefront, if you will, but it's just a management and supportive service office. So yeah, there's no real easy way to get down into the basement. But
yeah, that's fine. You don't need to climb down in there. That's fine. We have enough other things to look at on site. So
absolutely. All right, now let's head over to this is our 3-unit building.
1326, right?
1326. Yep. I'm going to flip my mask on here. So I'll take you in. You can see the masonry is in the works here.
Nice.
Let me take you inside. So we're going to go in. This first unit is a 3-bedroom townhouse, and we love this zip system for the exterior.
Okay.
I'm going to start requesting that all of our projects use that. So here's the first level of the 3-bedroom townhouse. The drywall is done for the most part. Ceilings are going in. All the mechanicals are in. Cabinets are on site here.
Nice. Okay.
All the trim is getting staged. Windows are all in, doors are all in. Head upstairs. See if the whole drywall is done. So this is just a great space. It's huge. I think the families are going to be very happy in here.
That's
So
nice.
again, pretty much the same thing. A lot of the ceiling work is going in, fire sprinkler system, all the windows, all the doors. Same kind of state. All the rooms are more or less in the same state of completion or non-completion. Third bedroom. One feature I love on these units is there's an outdoor. I'm not allowed to step out here for safety reasons, but there's an outdoor patio.
That is nice.
Now,
That's quite nice.
yeah, it's going to be really nice, and they'll put railings up, obviously, and just be a really nice space for somebody to hang out. So that's the 3-bedroom unit. Pop over next door. Next to the right of this unit, the two 1-bedroom units. First unit is an ADA unit. They're painting right now. I don't want to.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Smack anybody. Let's see. Okay. Seems to be okay. So this is a nice private stairwell for the person living on the 2nd floor. And again, same feature. They will have their own
That out there. Okay.
patio. Yep. And it's these 1-bedroom units, from our experience, are pretty large at 900 square feet.
That is pretty good size.
Really nice and spacious. And cabinets are in. Drywall's all in. Ceiling in progress. Mechanicals just about done. They're paying real careful attention to air sealing any and all penetrations.
Okay.
For our reduced HERS and Energy Star 3.1 certification. So anywhere where there's a penetration, they're really working hard to make sure that we don't have any gaps, including electrical.
That is, yeah, that's
A lot of attention to detail.
yeah, we get a lot of that out here. You know, you're building in California, they are
Oh,
quite
sure, yeah,
strict.
absolutely. And it's good. I think we adopt some of the things that you guys come up with out there.
Yeah.
But
Really pays
I think that's good.
really pays dividends for you guys though.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
And
And in fact, in these units, these are tenant-paid gas and electric, so it'll really help
nice.
them. Yeah, it'll help us if there's ever a vacancy for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's head back down. I don't know if you wanted to see the ADA unit on the ground floor here.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
Okay, sure.
It's kind of the first time we're seeing these in this condition, at least this far
Sure,
done.
definitely. This one is even further along. Got the ceilings going in, kitchen, cabinets being installed, nice spacious living area. Spacious bathroom, accessible shower.
Gosh, you guys are pretty far along. How far away from starting to punch this thing do you think you are?
Well, I think this one is probably this is definitely the furthest along.
Yeah.
One of the issues that we've been working through with BSI is just timing from that perspective, because there's so much site work that has to happen.
Right.
So we, we're trying to nail down the timing of when we start to lease these up, because we have kind of a 90-day window we need to hit with PHFA for starting to market the units, and we're getting real close to that. But I think this building, may be done for all intents and purposes, but there's still parking lots that have to go in and paving of the alleys and things like that.
Okay.
A lot of land. There's a lot of land. It's a little loud. There's a lot of landscaping happening at this site. We're putting in. I can actually show you through the window here. So, kind of looking out the window, this will become a nice green space, kind of a park, green space area for the residents.
Okay.
And the parking lot will be off to the right, and then more parking will be to the right of that brick building that we were just in, where the management office is.
Okay. What's the PHFA window of opportunity that you got to get these things?
For lease up, or
yes, I don't.
They want us to start at a 90-day window. We'd like to be really windy out here all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And so, that's their main concern. I think that we're really pushing. I think I'm trying to remember on the partnership agreement with your team. I think we're aiming to have everything leased up by October. I'd have to look back at that, but
okay.
We're pretty confident that these are going to be popular, but you never know. We are starting the process of getting. There are 811 units for folks with a disability. It's kind of a rental subsidy through PHFA.
Okay.
And we've started that contract process already with PHFA to make sure that that's in place as we start our lease up effort. So, all right, so that's this site, and here's kind of what I was saying. This cement pad actually was in existence. It was in really good shape. So this will be perfect. And then there'll be additional parking behind the building.
Okay.
And then further over is that park area we were talking about. You get a sense a lot of the masonry is done, with any fill-in masonry or masonry around the windows. That's all complete.
Okay.
So this building is, from an exterior standpoint, in pretty good shape. The roof was in very good shape. They removed an access pod, so they just have to patch that area. You can actually see it sitting over here. You used to be able to walk right up on. You used to be able to walk up on the roof, but that's unnecessary for a resident to be able to do. So, well, I get kind of an update on the houses. We have 11 out of the 15 houses being rehabilitated. They are complete. 2 of them are currently under construction, and they're probably a couple of weeks away from being done. I can actually take you into one of the units that was just finished if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sorry, I missed that. You said 11 out of the 15 are done?
And actually, I should say 12. 11. 11 of that 15 are done, yes. Yep. Nice. 2 are under construction, and then only 2 more to go. And those will be turning the last 2 units over to the general contractor by the middle of April. So
nice.
The rehab process is going really well. Just in time for summer, everybody now has air conditioning, and they're very excited about that.
Oh, I'll bet. Does it get? I'm not familiar with Erie. Do you get pretty hot and humid there? I'd imagine.
We get quite a bit of humidity. It never really gets super hot. We get maybe a couple weeks where it's kind of unbearable, but for the most part, not too bad.
Okay.
But the air conditioning really helps with the humidity.
Yes, yes. I'm from
So
Florida originally, so
okay.
I
you know,
know.
humidity.
Yeah, you turn your air on in April and you turn it off in November. Crazy.
Absolutely. All right, so this is 343 East 13th Street.
Nice.
I'm kind of walk around the perimeter so I don't get the floors too dirty.
How is the sort of rolling rehab done with moving folks around? Is that gone pretty smoothly, I'd imagine?
Yeah, it has. It has its bumps. There are some residents are more prepared than others, and some residents have more stuff than others.
Yeah.
But we're making it work. What's nice about a lot of these houses is they have garages, so we've been able to store a lot of the stuff that they don't need for a month or a month and a half when we move them temporarily.
Yeah, I'd
Temporary
imagine
units.
these look pretty nice. I'd imagine they're looking forward to move into the brand new ones.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, some of the houses some of our residents have been with us almost 15 years, I think is the longest anybody's been with us. And that, you get a lot of wear and tear on a house.
Yep.
Even with maintaining maintenance, you can't fully maintain a house when there's somebody living in it. But so there's some have more wear and tear than others, but so it's nice to be able to kind of start fresh. And
nice. Yeah.
so we've got all the basement walls are insulated with 2-inch. You can kind of see in the window there, 2-inch insulation plus drywall, and all of the joist pockets were foamed. And we had our green building folks come through, Innova out of Philadelphia, and just really gave a lot of pointers on sealing the ducts with mastic and sealing any openings, any penetrations, making sure that everything's getting sealed. Several of the houses already passed their blower door tests, so we'll have enough. We don't have a report from them yet, but we'll share that. But we're probably going to have them. They come out from Philadelphia, so we'll probably try to time it so that they come out for the last 7 houses. They tested 8 houses, and so they'll probably just test the remaining 7 once they're all done, and then along with the new units. So anyway.
Nice.
So new furnace, new air conditioning, new hot water heaters. One thing that we decided to do is replace all the outlets as well.
Oh, did you?
It was kind of a value engineering item that we kind of held off on, but decided that our contingency was looking okay and thought it made sense to replace all the outlets and switches.
Yeah, that begs the question. Contingency continues to be okay.
Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. We're one of the big ticket items was that basement over at 1318 that I showed you, but we still have enough. We're holding on to enough contingency in the event that we have any unknowns in the single-story house that's being converted to an ADA. That's probably the last real item where we have any question marks as to whether the contingency might need to be used. And then if they shouldn't find any more surprises in that brick building that we were just in, but also that's always a possibility since it's 100 years old. So one thing we might do that we're just kind of holding off on until we know is install security cameras on the new buildings, so that all the new buildings and parking lots, et cetera. But that's a wait and see. Make sure that we have plenty of safety net with the contingency. So lock this up. All right. So I'll show you. Trying to give you a tour again of the houses. This was a house that was completed. They moved back in about a month ago. This is the house we were just in. This is one that was completed last year. How you doing? So why don't we swing back over to the 12th Street building first, and then I'll kind of take you around to the rest of the
Oh, right. Good
rehab
point.
houses.
So all that
So
work,
here's
utility
330.
work, is all that utility work in the alley? I guess you're kind of, I think you're walking over towards there if I remember the
Yeah,
geography.
the storm line is completely installed. So that's done. That was another area where we were a little worried about what kind of unknowns might we find when they dig and bury the storm line, but everything was fine and they were able to get to the right depth. So we didn't have any problems there, and I can show you. So maybe once we leave this building, I'll show you, but here's the alley where
Right.
the storm line was installed. So right now they just have kind of crushed limestone temporarily until we get it paved.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. So the whole alley will be paved. It will be kind of a nice feature. So here's our 6-unit building at 331 East 12th Street. I'll take you around to the front. Then we'll go inside. This one's not as far along as 1326 Parade, but the mechanicals are mostly done and drywall is going up. All insulated. So all the entrances are in the front, and some will be able to enter their unit right at the ground level, and some will take a stairwell, their own private stairwell up, just kind of like that other building.
Okay.
I guess we'll go upstairs. So all these stairwells are drywalls in, and most of the starting drywall work is happening on the first level, but you can get a sense for where we are with the mechanicals up here. All the electrical is in.
Any material availability issues for you guys? I mean,
We
you have a ton
have
of number on this, but anything else?
no. We really it was tough at the start, but BSI, our general contractor, was really good about kind of adapting to that. See if I can get you back here. Get back to my Zoom here. Somebody tried calling me. All right. So, yeah, they kind of adapted to that. And so what happened is they made sure we had all the doors, all the windows. I think most of the kitchen cabinets and everything else are either on site or ordered well in advance. So, yeah, there's nothing remaining. According to them, there's nothing remaining that could pose a lead time issue, because I'm hearing some nightmares out there about that.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing that'd be outstanding for you guys looks like maybe appliances. You got all your MEP stuff, so.
Yeah, I am almost certain. I'll have to verify this, but I'm almost certain all of the appliances are
Stored or
stock.
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
in storage. Yep, in storage. So yeah, appliances were an issue in the beginning. HVAC was a problem in the beginning. Even the windows to a degree.
Yeah.
Were taking a little longer than normal, so they adapted really well. We were really happy with the way they approached it, and didn't want to take any chances because we didn't know what was going to happen with COVID. So they kind of ordered well they could before factories get shut down again, or who knows what else. It seems like how are you guys doing out in California with cases?
Well, lumber.
Yeah.
That's I've got jobs all over. So one I heard last week was from a job in Brownsville, Texas, is not just lumber price, but they're having a problem just getting sheathing, just plywood.
Just getting it. Wow.
Just even getting it. I mean, so they're kind of like just scrambling trying to get it because they're framing up, and they got to have sheathing. So yeah, that's been it's been lumber. I haven't heard the appliances lead time quite as much lately, or even the mechanical equipment quite as much lately as maybe 8 months to a year ago. It's lumber,
Right.
you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They told us that lumber has definitely gone up in price, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what they've done about that. I know that they probably have significant buying power just because they're a large general contractor in the area.
Okay.
But we do have a lump sum contract with them, so I haven't really heard anything from them on that standpoint. They have certainly indicated that they've taken it on the chin a little bit on some pricing. So
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there was a good amount of lumber in this building, but it's not like you're doing a 80, 100 unit or more.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But those are the projects that are just in deep trouble right now.
I'll bet. I can't even imagine. It was kind of, I guess we feel fortunate that we closed when we did.
Yeah. That
we were able to close. And so it was just a good team working on that. We were all right in the middle of the pandemic, and that's pretty much all anybody had to do. So we worked hard on closing, and I think we got a little bit lucky with the timing. Just because I don't know if I'd be wanting to, be out trying to get pricing right now, for example.
No, it's a project killer right now, potentially. So
Yep.
Or even worse, if your project's already rolling, it's big change order generators. So
right.
The other thing, which I'm sure you guys, I don't know that we talked about it last time, or maybe we haven't talked since, but that really vicious cold snap around your area up through Detroit, Wisconsin, whatever.
Yeah.
Were you dried in by then? Were you kind of?
Yeah, we
shared that.
We kind of got lucky with weather this year, so they were able to get everything framed and the roofs on before we had any real bad weather. But in general, Erie did not face some of the weather challenges that a lot of the rest of the country faced this year. It's kind of the opposite of what is normally true.
Are you is your climate moderated by the lake? I mean, I know the lake gets, obviously quite cold, but is it better than if you're farther inland?
Yeah. I think further inland, they get what's called the lake effect snow bands.
Okay.
And so if you get a little bit, I'd say not even too far, maybe 10 miles south of the lake, you're in kind of what everybody refers to as the snow band, and you can really get hit not too far out. But the city, we still get our fair share, but generally even 10, 15, 20 miles south, they really get hit with heavy snowfall.
Interesting. So somehow the lake does something where it doesn't hit it right on the edge of the lake, but it's a few miles inland. Right. Okay. I just don't know how that weather works there. That's interesting.
So we get our fair share though.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's you're not out in swim trunks in January, I'm sure, but
no, not at all.
Okay.
So these are all three of these units are ADA units, and I'm just kind of walking in between them now as they put the drywall up. Pardon me. Kind of get a sense of where everything is. That's a little loud in there. But that gives you the idea, I think.
Yep. No.
So these units will also get the second floor patios. You can see the doors are up there.
Yep.
And they've got all the lumber for that staged, and to start building those. And then all the ground floor units will have little patios as well. Out here will be just mostly parking lot, a little bit of green space off to this corner.
Right.
And we'll keep we're going to put up kind of a permanent fence because this is a convenience store, and we get a lot of people that walk through the alley, so we don't want a lot of people cutting through the property to get over there.
Is the city continue to be cooperative?
Yeah, absolutely. They're really excited about the project, and it was a nice project for the mayor's new LERTA program, so he was really excited about. They're generally supportive of what we do in the city, so we try to maintain that relationship as much as possible. So here's our alley, and you can kind of see the hints that there's a storm line.
Yep. I saw the other catch basin.
Yep.
So this gets paved?
Yeah, this will be paved. And that'll be probably one of the later things that we do. Kind of least important thing at this point. But I know the residents are excited about it. And then it'll be paved so that they can connect out onto 13th Street here. Take my mask off here.
Yeah, how have you guys been doing COVID-wise? Has it been getting better there?
Yeah, it really has. The case count is way down. Vaccines are rolling out really well. We have in Pennsylvania, they have groups of eligibility, and I was in the very first group, except for seniors. I had a heart attack a few years ago.
Yeah.
That kind of put me in one of the higher priority groups, so I was able to get my second vaccine shot about a week ago.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hoping that yes, thank you. How's it going out there with the vaccine rollout?
It's going okay. I mean, obviously there's 30 whatever million people in California, so it's a little slow. But they say April 15th is when it opens up to everybody finally. You know, they've been doing it in tiers, and you know, they really locked down our whole state, probably harder than anybody else's. So we just, at least in Los Angeles County, we just reopened outdoor only dining.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they really they were very cautious, I guess. So, you know, the numbers are looking good. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, they usually give us a new case count every day here in Erie County, and it's the numbers are way down. There was, you know, before the holidays, and even around the holidays, it was really spiking. So here's one of the houses that was done last year.
Okay.
This is kind of at the end of that alley, and the storm line. This just gives you a sense of the storm. I think
this is where those trees were, right?
Yep. All the trees were here.
Yep. Okay.
We had to unfortunately had to remove them because the storm line would have killed all the roots or killed the trees
for sure.
by digging up the roots.
Isn't there a little pocket park to be built behind you?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll show you. It's actually right up here. So here's.
Oh, is it? Okay. I don't have a map in front of me. I'm going off of memory here.
Oh, no, and I'm kind of zigzagging here.
Yeah, no worries. I know where you are, though. Yeah, I know what side of the project.
So here's one house that's under construction, and the resident that lives here will be moving back on April 8th. So this house is getting completed. I don't know if you wanted to go in there. It looks very.
We don't need to. I mean, if they're all similar, and yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
The cabinets, the kitchen cabinets in these last 7 houses that we're doing this year are a slightly different color, and the countertops, but otherwise the color schemes are very similar. So here's another one that was done last year.
Did you guys add the porches, or were those already there?
No. I absolutely love these porches.
I do too.
These two corner, they're great. They wrap around. They're the only ones that have the wraparound porch.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
Yeah, quite charming.
It really is great. And we replaced all the garage doors and we actually ended up as a change order replacing all of the garage door openers that were original, and they were gears were stripping on them and everything. So
I'm trying to remember, these things were originally built what, late 90s?
Yeah, 99. Yep.
99, okay.
Yeah, so some of those openers were original and they were at the end of their some of the houses, as I said, get lived in harder than others. So here's our ADA house. This house will be converted. And I also wanted to mention that this house is yet to come, but the roof is done and the hot water heater is done and the radon system is in and the insulation is in the joist pockets, but the full renovation of this house will occur. This is kind of probably going to take a little bit longer because you can see a lot of excavation needs to happen to get the ramp at the proper pitch, right. And then we will.
Yeah, I remember that's the one you guys gotta jump on that one a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're giving them plenty of time because they'll start this one in about right around April 9th. We'll have this house available to them, and they're probably estimating a couple months because this garage will go away, even though we're not adding to the footprint, but it will add a fourth bedroom and a second bathroom. So that'll be the of the 15 houses, that's the one that's kind of most different. So here's our park area. This is actually the second park. The other, we actually have what we're classifying kind of as a park over at 1326 Parade Street. So we'll have this space. Right. So we'll have two park spaces created for the residents. And right next to it is you're probably hearing a lot of wind.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was recently completed.
Okay.
She moved back not too long ago. She's actually trying to call me while we're on this phone call because they just installed her air conditioning in this house. So I'm just going to go take a peek and make sure they're done. Yep. So the garage, it's amazing what makes a difference in a nice new garage door. Makes all the difference in the world. All right, let's see if I can get out of the wind tunnel here. Not sure where to go. I guess I'll just go this way. So there's a lot of green space for residents. This is not owned by Hands, but it is owned by a local developer that owns this building over here. This is a market rate development with commercial space and level place apartments, and they're a good partner with us in the neighborhood. And they own a lot of green space, and they let kids use it.
Nice.
Things like that. And of course, we have our Erie Metro Transit Authority facility, which pretty much spans several blocks.
Yeah.
This was within the last 10 years, major development in the area. So we're kind of proud of this neighborhood because it 20 years ago, as I understand it, I wasn't around for it, but I hear stories that this was one of the worst neighborhoods in the whole city.
Really?
And so we started with these 15 houses and kind of went from there, and it invited all kinds of additional investment like EMTA and the folks that renovated this level place apartments. So I feel pretty pretty safe walking around the neighborhood.
It looks really nice. I mean, yeah, I quite like it actually.
Yeah, it is a nice spot. So we'll take you down here. We're heading towards kind of our biggest stretch of houses.
we're kind of heading back towards Parade. Is that
Yep,
correct?
absolutely, okay. Yep. So we, some of these houses that you see on this stretch here were houses that had built and then sold to qualified residents years ago. Around here. So in addition to the single-story house that I just showed you, the only other house that has not been started out of the 15 is this house right here.
Okay.
And you can see the siding flapping in the wind, so it's about time. And so this house, the roof is done just like the other house.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna ask. It looks like a new roof. Radon looks like radon's done.
Yep, radon's done. The garage door and opener is done. The man door on the side will be replaced. All the exterior lighting. But and the insulation and the joist pockets is all done in the basement as well. So some of the things that we could get a jump on, we did, and these folks will be temporarily moving April 16th. So
Okay.
They will have possession of all the houses remaining, like I said, right around the middle of April. So this is one of the houses that's done. We've got several houses along here. This house is done. I think the new windows make a huge difference.
Yeah. No, they really are good looking homes.
Yeah, they are. They're very nice. Very nice. This house is one that's under renovation. So we can pop in real fast. Let me throw my mask on. So we've got the windows going in as we speak. All the flooring is done. All the painting and drywall patching is done. Getting the kitchen ready. They haven't done it yet, I don't think. We're installing mastic around all the registers and diffusers in all the houses. Oh yeah. Yep, they did. Let's see here. Give you a sense of where we are. This one we only turned over for maybe a week and a half ago. Full bath. The new these ceiling fans are incredibly quiet. They're great. When we first started, the first house that we did our punch walk on, we had to have them take the cover off to prove to us that it was working.
Wow.
We couldn't hear it. So that's kind of pardon me. Yes, sir. Take a pop down into the basement while we're here. They may have the breaker off down here. I think they just did it's kind of hard to see, but they just did all the insulation and drywall, so there's still a lot stage down here.
Okay.
Got the water heaters in. Yeah, the other two houses both have their new water heaters as well that haven't started yet. This furnace is in process.
Okay.
So it's moving along. And I just tumbled.
You all right?
Yep. All right. So the final two houses, these houses are already done. These were done last year. But each of these houses in this alley will have their sheds,
Right.
full lighting, nice full lighting, parking pads. So it'll be better than it was with all. I don't know if you remember all the garages that were back here, but it was not a particularly safe feeling area.
Okay.
With all the garages, it was kind of secluded. So this really, I mean, obviously we'll re-landscape all this, but really opens it all up. And just, I think it'll make it more inviting for the residents to actually use the parking. Nobody was actually using the garages because they didn't feel safe. So this is a nice improvement. And we're back where we started.
Nice. Good tour.
So it's coming along. So I don't know if there's any questions you had, or
No, I think we kind of covered it all along the way. Yeah, it seems like you're making good progress. Budget-wise, decent. So, there's doors back here.
Yeah, lots of on-site storage, and the HVAC equipment is stored along. You can see another storage container in the distance there.
Gotcha.
And 1318 we've been able to use that for a little bit of storage, so it works out. There's plenty of space for storage in the area. I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention is our environmental scientists provided the soil maintenance plan and the operating and maintenance plan for the asbestos and lead.
Okay. Yeah. I'll need that. Yeah, I'll need that for the file. Yeah, and I think you already sent me an NFA or whatever letter regarding the tank, I believe.
Yep. Yes, I did. Yeah. But if you need that, if I didn't, just let me know. And so it's not a full operating and maintenance plan yet, but it is related to the environmental aspects.
Okay.
I know that's always an important one, so we'll send those along. And other than that, that's the tour.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, probably the next time we do this, you'll be pretty close to wrapping up, really. I think.
I hope so.
So we'll move into. We won't be long before we're moving into, closeout and stuff. So. Turnover and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, no, it'll be
nice.
It'll be nice. It'll be really nice.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Done.
You and your team and everybody there is well, obviously doing a good job and very communicative. Yours is one of the easiest projects I have to keep tabs on. It's fantastic.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. You got a good crew there. Good folks.
Yeah, I agree. Great general contractor. We've worked with them on several projects, and they're great to work with.
Nice.
Put up with us. Put up with some of the energy requirements that we have, and
yeah.
So, all right, Seth.
Well, I think with that, I'll let you go. Let you enjoy the nice day out there, and
thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in a month or two or so.
Sounds great. Yeah, have a great Easter.
All right, you too, Tim.
We'll talk to you later. Take care. Thanks. Bye.